system. We're going to be doing a class today on moving under direct fire for 071-Charles Oscar Mike-052. I'm going to give you a real quick brief. It's hot, humid out today. Make sure you're drinking. We are on a closed firing range. I have cleared it of all live ammunition. So we are less than 100 meters away from a river. There are animals out here. I have taken the time out, walked the lanes that we have set up right now. There are no animals currently, but just be mindful. There might be snakes, bugs, dogs, anything else could be out here. Weather, it's currently gloomy. Even though it's raining, it's still hot out here, so make sure you're drinking. If there is lightning, we are currently standing under a lightning shelter. We also have a tornado shelter on the inside of this building. We are following the Army's green method, which is reuse, recycle, reduce. We have trash cans stationed on either corner of the building that we're at right now. Make sure you pick up after yourself. Don't want to leave anything out here. And then we are approximately 15 meters away from the roadway. We're going to be out 25 meters into the field in the firing range, so all roadway hazards should be at a low. If there is anything, report it up. We're going to do PCC, PCIs checks. Make sure you have your ACH, work gloves. I have an empty magazine. iPro, your IOTV, which I don't have because of my deployment, so I'm currently using this one. I have my M4, it's currently empty, chamber's clear. Statement, task, and conditions. The tasks are moving under direct fire, so we're going to be doing that today. Conditions: you are a member of a team conducting movement to contact and are under fire from an enemy position that is 25 to 300 meters away from your position. You have an individual weapon, individual combat equipment, and a current firing position that provides cover from the enemy's direct fire. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. Standards: select a movement route, communicate your intent to move, and suppress enemy fire as needed. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques based on the situation and terrain. Occupy a firing position within 100 meters of the enemy position and engage. Special conditions: there's none. We're on a controlled lane. There's no one that's firing out here. Safety risk: it's at a low. Again, we're on a controlled lane. We have all our protective equipment. Our weapons are safe, no ammo. And special equipment, we're not using Mach 4. So it's just going to be normal uniform, IOTV, ACH, your iPro, and then your M4. First, I'm going to explain how to do all three methods of movements, and then I'm going to demonstrate them. The first one is going to be the high crawl. You're going to keep your body off the ground, rest your weight on your forearms and lower leg. You're going to cradle your weapon in your arms like so as you crawl. You're going to make sure that your muzzle stays off the ground. Keep your knees behind your buttocks so that you stay as low as possible. And then you're going to move forward by alternatively advancing your right elbow and left knee, then left elbow, right knee. And just repeat that until you get to your point that you're trying to get to. Secondly, the low crawl. You're going to keep your body as flat as possible on the ground. Grasp the sling of the weapon at the upper sling swivel with your right hand. Let the hand guard rest on your forearm, like so. You're going to keep the muzzle of the weapon off the ground. You're going to move forward. Push both arms forward while putting your right leg forward. Pull on the ground with both arms while pushing your right leg. Repeat steps A and B until you get to your point. Your third and final method is going to be the rush. You're going to raise your hand, select your position, lower your head, then you're going to draw your arms into your body, pull your right leg forward, raise your body, get up quickly. Run 3 to 5 seconds to your next position, plant both feet, and just before hitting the ground, you're going to fall forward, drop to your knees, slide your right hand, to the butt of your weapon, break your fall, and then continue engaging your target. Continue using the movement until you reach your final firing position. Occupy your identified firing position within 100 meters of your enemy position. Assume a firing position and then engage your targets. First, I'm going to demonstrate how to do the high crawl. Next, I'll be doing the low crawl. Next, I will be doing the rush. Now that the demonstration is done, do I have any questions over anything? None? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the practice. I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes to go ahead and try out each movement. Got the high crawl, low crawl, and the rush. Go ahead, give you 10 minutes to do that. Okay, practice is over. I'm gonna go ahead and restate these conditions, tasks, and standards real quick. Task, move under direct fire. Conditions, you are a member of a team conducting movement to contact and are under fire from an enemy position that is 250 to 300 meters away from your position. You have a individual weapon, individual combat equipment, and a current firing position that provides cover from the enemy's direct fire. Some iterations of this task should be performed in MOP 4. Standards, select a movement route, communicate your intent to move, and suppress the enemy fire as needed. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques based on situation and terrain. Occupy a firing position within 100 meters of your enemy position and engage the target. Special considerations. We're not doing MOP 4 because this is a closed range and we do not have MOP 4 equipment. Safety risk is low. Again, we're on a closed range, controlled environment, no ammo for our weapon. Special equipment is MOP 4. We don't have it, so we're not going to use it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and evaluate you guys. I'm going to go one by one down the line. Each soldier, make sure you have everything, PCC, PCIs, again, your vest, your ACH, your rifle, your safety glasses, your gloves, and an empty magazine with an empty chamber. And go ahead and conduct your evaluation now. Now that all the evaluations are done, all soldiers are a go. We have no no-goes. If at any point any of the PMs for the evaluation were failed, it's an automatic no-go. But since everybody passed, we're all a go. We're gonna do a real quick police call. Make sure you don't have any trash. Again, we have trash cans on the other side of the building. If you have anything that can be recycled, we got recycling bins. If you have a reusable cup, just go ahead and reuse it. We're going to do an AAR real quick. I'm going to read you real quick rules. My rules and goals, everyone has a right to speak, and I want to encourage maximum participation. Please don't talk over each other, and as always, be respectful of your peers. So starting out, what was supposed to happen? I was supposed to introduce myself, was training on movement under direct fire. We did a safety brief, PCC, PCIs, again, all of our equipment, task conditions and standards. I read all three. So what did happen? I went ahead and explained the three movements of the moving on direct fire, the rush, the high crawl, and the low crawl. I went over the PCC, PCIs, made sure everybody's equipment was good before and after. Nothing's broken, no people are broken. One went right and one went wrong. I gave step-by-step instructions on how to perform all three movements. Each person that I evaluated did an amazing job. How do I improve training on the next time? Again, I'm going to take weather considerations in the factor. Currently it's raining. Everybody doesn't want to be soaking wet and muddy. Summary. I went over the training movements. I went over our PCC, PCIs. We conducted an eval and a practice of all three training movements. We had no injuries. All of our equipment still working, functioning well. And I implemented all the control measures of making sure the range was clear of animals. We're staying off the roadway that we have back here. We're under a safety shelter. We have tornado shelter inside. And then at this time, I'm requesting to close out the range.